happy Thanksgiving. Today, Gina Young's going to show you all how easy it is to make delicious holiday dressing. This dressing is absolutely delicious. It's super simple to make. You and your whole family will love it. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some croutons. So now I decided to use 2 boxes of these croutons. These are the stovetop stuffing croutons that I absolutely love, and they come with seasoning. Now, if you want to use the croutons that come in a bag, you can use those. Some of those may come seasoned. You could also take a nice baguette of French or Italian bread, and really you could chop it up and let it dry out and use that if you would like, okay? So now here's what I like to do. I like to make a mixture between the bread and the cornbread stuffing, put them together. You got a match made in heaven. We got some cornbread. This cornbread has dried out. It's super important that you make the cornbread the night before or just several hours ahead of time so it can kind of dry out a little bit. You're gonna need some butter. All right, and it doesn't matter if the butter's salted or unsalted. You'll need some veggies to make everything come together and taste good. We got some fresh, beautiful celery that we washed off. I'm really just using these green onions because I need to use them up before they go bad. So if you want to put green onions in, you can, but you will need a sweet Vidalia onion and a beautiful bell pepper and some type of fresh herbs. Today I'm going to be using some fresh thyme. And of course, you're going to need that sage. Sage brings the holiday and those holiday smells that we're thinking of, right? I'm going to be using a tiny bit of this chicken bouillon powder for great flavor. We got some black pepper, garlic, and onion powder, and some salt. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's make holiday dressing that tasty. Hope y'all are having a good day today. And if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day. It's Thanksgiving Eve. How many of you are super excited? I'm so excited. It's my favorite holiday, and I'm making all the fixings. The turkey and everything. Anything you can think of, that's what I'll be doing. I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm not sleeping tonight or tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. First thing we're going to need to do is make this gorgeous broth. Can they see inside of this? Okay, so here is the broth that you're going to get when you boil up your giblets, your turkey giblets. You know, they come in the bag, right? Take them out, put them in some water, okay? That turkey neck, you're going to boil that too for several hours. And as the liquid evaporates, you just keep filling it up until you have cooked everything for about 2 hours. I mean, that turkey neck is going to be so tender. You're going to be able to just shred the meat off into your dressing, okay? But not only that, we do that to make this luscious broth. Instead of just using water, you want something to taste good that's going into your dressing. So all the flavor from the giblets, right? We put bell peppers and onions and fresh garlic, right? Okay, right into here, and also the celery. So this is the juice that we're left with, and that's what we'll be using. Chop some veggies, and then we're gonna saute them in 2 tablespoons of butter. Your butter can be salted or unsalted, okay? So now if you have that turkey neck that you've boiled and your giblets, you go ahead and take it out of the broth, and you're gonna shred that turkey meat off of the neck, making sure you don't have no bones, of course. And then you're going to chop up those beautiful giblets in such a manner, kind of like this, okay? And you can toss them in your dressing, or you can save those giblets for your gravy like I do. An onion. It's a small onion, but really I want to use all of it. I want that flavor. Now, I'd love to hear from y'all in the comment section. Are you guys putting cranberries in your dressing this year? It's a whole thing. Like, it's a whole thing where people put cranberries in their dressing, and I find that to be super interesting, and I'm going to be honest with you. One day I'm going to try it. It's going to be gorgeous, right? It's going to be gorgeous. I'm just not trying it this year, but one day I will. Are you guys putting sausage in your dressing? There's a lot of people that will get like a ground sausage, give it a nice brown up, and then throw it into the dressing, and it makes for a gorgeous dressing. Let me hear from everybody in the comment section. Let me know how you're making yours this year. Time to saute up those bell peppers, onions, and celery, and really just for 10 minutes until they begin to get nice sweet and they softened up a bit. I also put the green onions in. So now when I make my dressing, what's really unique about mine is I like to use the bread croutons and mix it with the cornbread. So I don't have a just cornbread dressing. I have a cornbread and a bread dressing. We mix it together and it's a match made in heaven. So you can see that my cornbread has been made several hours ahead of time. And what you do, you can even make this like the night before. Let it dry out, and you see I just cut like some squares into it. We're just gonna kind of, you know, crumble it up just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna show you my pan. I'm using a deep lasagna pan for my recipe today. So we're gonna go ahead and take this lovely cornbread. This smells absolutely amazing. Get it into our baking dish. This is the type of croutons that I like to use. You can always use the kind that comes in the bag. All right, so we're gonna open it and pour it right into here, and there's great seasoning in there. You hear me? Seasoning that always tastes absolutely amazing. But we're gonna put a little bit more seasoning in it to really bump up the flavors. It is the holiday, right? We want everything that tastes spectacular. So now I have like 3 or 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm just gonna toss that in there. It really doesn't have to be melted, because trust me, it'll get melted, okay? And it'll mix just right in. I'm gonna go right in with some sage. If you don't like sage, you can leave it out. It would be okay. I typically like to use about a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. And I have some fresh herbs, any kind of fresh herbs that you love, you could use. I'm using some thyme, and what I'll be doing, I'm not gonna put the stick part in here, but I am going to, if you go backwards and you just press like this, those little beautiful leaves will begin to fall right into your dish. That's what I'm going to do right now. I want that beautiful fragrance going all throughout my dressing. So now, even though you see me getting ready to season this, I want you to be very gentle with the seasonings, because you see that our croutons here already had seasoning, and that broth already has seasoning as well. I'm just using a tiny bit, and you know, a tiny bit is really a tiny bit. That's it. Okay, I do want some black pepper, right? And I'm gonna put a nice amount of garlic and onion powder, right? Absolutely. Okay, just like that. Our bell peppers, our onions, our celery is just about done. It's nice and soft, it's lovely, it's gorgeous. Go ahead and put it right on top of that butter so that the butter can melt. How excited are you? Is your stomach rumbling? Is your mouth watering? It should be. I don't blame you. Let's go ahead and start putting our broth right in. How much? You'll know how much, okay? So start off with a little bit, give it a nice mix, look at it, and then we'll see what we're looking like and see how much more we need. Oh, it smells so gorgeous, this is. Oh my goodness. Yes, we're gonna keep on putting the liquid until I feel like it's moist enough. You never wanna put a little bit of liquid, because it'll be dry. We want it to be nice and moist but crispy on the outside. I'll show you what it looks like. You can see that I've taken like a soft spatula and I just kind of smooth it out a little bit. What I like to do is 90% of the cooking process, I got mine's covered, and that's how you're gonna be, that's how you can assure yourself that this dressing is gonna be moist, right? You don't want it to be dry, you cover it, right? So when do we get that golden brown crispiness, that at the top and on the edges? Well, when this is almost done, like the last 10 or 15 minutes of the cooking process, we'll take this off and then put it back into the oven, and that's when we'll get that crispiness that we're all looking for. Right now, this house smells absolutely amazing. I have baked macaroni in the oven. I'll show you. And I have sweet potato casserole over there. I'm cooking up a storm, and I'm so excited. And I hope that each and every one of you have a great time with your family and a happy Thanksgiving. Sweet potato casserole, there it is. There she is. Mac attack. Holiday dressing, anybody? Yo, this recipe is so delicious, and I can't wait till you make it for your family. Look at this. And yes, we got those crispy edges that I was speaking about. How long did I cook it? I'd like to say this cooked for about 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now, just to remind you, the whole time of the cooking process, I had the foil on. I took the foil off the last 10 minutes. You get those crispy edges. It's done. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you ain't subscribed, what you waiting on, tell your family and friends. Tell the world what Gina's doing every single day in this kitchen. And Father, once again, we thank you for this meal, your hedge of protection and your love. Amen. Tomorrow is the actual holiday, so I'm not going to plate it up, but we're going to get that crispy edge. Yes, we are. I'm going to give you a bite. I'm going to give you a bite. Nobody will never know we tasted it. Oh, look at that. Oh, it smells so good. Are you kidding me? Take a bite. Oh my goodness. It was so easy to make. So easy to make. You want to put those meat, the giblets, the sausage, cranberries, whatever you want, put it in there and still follow the same recipe. Let's try. So good.